Attempt number 2. I deployed the jeeps in a little bit of a pattern here, tried to spread them out a little bit, because we don't know where the initial bombardment is going to go. Same with some of the AA vehicles and infantry SAM teams. Some of the infantry SAMs are within these front units, because we do need to move into position, and we need the anti-air capabilities closer to the places we are actually going to take position in. Right. So let's see how this goes. Want to spread around a little bit. Command unit probably shouldn't be the one going in first. Want a group of jeeps and a platoon of tanks to sit here until the half a dozen tanks here have been taken care of, assuming that they're more or less using the similar pattern of deployment. Might not be. I need an anti-air team here. It doesn't have to fire right now. It can't fire right now. Also, they only have 3 shots, so not sure if I want another missile team here, but I suppose I should, because this is where we're going to mostly sit, so actually we need to have the anti-air capabilities sitting there with us. With the C group, I'm not, with the Southern group, I'm not sure where I want to go. I mean, we should be able to shoot at most of our targets already. It's more of a matter of distance. Okay, that's about 10, 20, 30, 40. Maybe a little bit closer, because we want to use the tanks effectively too. So this lineup of this reach there is probably good for us. But we don't want to go too close. The range will not really favor us in any meaningful way, I think, so at least with the tanks. It will favor with the jeeps. We want to spread things about with the non-tank units. Ammo trucks, don't want to lose these. There's also no need really to have these anywhere near anything at the moment. Everyone has full ammunition, and that's gonna be sufficient for a long time. Right, then a ton of jeeps. Helicopters. I'm keeping them low because we know that they have anti-air missiles. Are they? Yeah, they're at least. They're not on the ground, at least. That's what I wanted to make sure. Jeeps. What do we see? Yeah, most of the enemy units will be in this area. So yeah, this is a perfectly valid spot to be in. Don't want to get too tight right now. We should be able to shoot at all the tanks in this area. we see from this place? Enough. We see the wrong things. We definitely need to be further south. At the same time, we know aircraft are coming, so we want to be spread about a little bit. Vast majority of the enemy tanks will be here though, so vast majority of the jeeps should be there too. Our teams hold position. I'm not sure what to do with the APCs. We want to spread them around a little bit. Not every one of them has to move, but we want a good cover. No matter where the aircraft fly, they'll be close to one of the APCs. Right, there's gonna be action fairly soon. I'm curious, should I let the aircraft come at least once? I would assume that they can see me already. If I go into position here now and the aircraft come, there's a high probability that we're going to suffer massive amount of casualties. So I'm not too keen on doing that. But assuming that the enemy is exactly where they were previously, they're gonna target the aircraft on these. We want to position these a little bit differently then. God damn it. I want to look for a formation where I'm not basically risking more than a single unit, and it's hard to figure that out. It's not really the case. A napalm bombardment would risk multiple units. I don't want to keep the tanks where we have infantry in the same hex. Hmm. I'm going to keep the APCs in position for this turn. Now's the time for aircraft to come. I'd like to have all the jeeps and the likes to be in position before I start moving aircraft too much though. Right, don't move the jeeps. Every jeep has to be in a position to fire at least something worthwhile. Not reposition. A good spot to be in. My biggest worry is that nothing will happen, so basically I would be wasting my time. At least damage it somewhat, please. One aircraft destroyed. Didn't do a goddamn thing to us. We're gonna start now with the helicopters. You first. Target spotted. I'm not sure what we should start firing with. There's gonna be return fire immediately. I think we should basically try to kill these as we see them, because they're ones we haven't spotted yet might also refrain from firing, so that it allows us to take them on at more manageable chunks. M1, please begin. Yeah, 3 destroyed, we used half of our missiles. We have a lot of jeeps still left. Also, the ammo truck can be easily reached. On new targets. Should we fire with the tanks first? Definitely not. It's already retreating. The accuracy is pathetic compared to the missiles. Still, sort of want to use the tanks for something. I mean, they're the ones who get the experience out of this. Seeing more targets. Wrong place, but not too bad for us. Additional tank locations. Nice, but not what we really want. Or, okay. Trying to pull a little bit of distance. I don't want to have to deal with the entire fire from those tanks. Also getting fairly close to these. Again, a little bit of extra distance is working. One target only. Helicopters will also allow us to take on the remaining victory flags. Win a lot fewer number of turns. Surely you can see them. Surely you can fucking see them. Okay, this is bad. We don't particularly want to reveal more targets because we can take them out anyway. So I think you should be getting the hell out of there. Go low and try to hide. The important part is that there's no enemy anti-air that can spot us. Tank firing a machine gun to that distance is unlikely to achieve anything useful. Hello, Mister here. This is a much more dangerous thing for us. But a unit from here should be... No, you're flying. Naturally, you see past all obstacles. Need to be able to withdraw to some cover fairly easily, so... Buildings? I don't have a huge amount of movement left. Can I do a little bit better? Yes. So I think that'll probably do for this turn. What's our catch? About a half a dozen tanks. With any luck, the remaining tank here basically escaped anyway. We don't particularly care. Any chance we might be able to shoot at something? Yeah. Troops will do the follow-up. Come on, your chance to hit was 60%. Okay, at least the main army will benefit a little bit by fighting like this. Get a few easy kills while the jeeps are as a backup there. Actually, if we face a lot of enemies, the jeeps will also contribute immensely. Right. there isn't too much we can do here. We wasted half of our ammunition. I guess I want the ammo truck to be within reach of the vehicles. Just thinking, what do I really want to do on this turn? I can't just wait forever for things to happen all over the place. Ooh, ready, ready, button, button. I'm guessing I basically got a leader tank out of this group. I also do need to take control of things, because if they make a sudden push, I might have a real trouble trying to get anything done here. So. But anti-air action at the moment is still the highest priority. So, we don't want too many units moving around. What do you see? Just crew. Yeah, I'm not sure what I want. Okay, I need to move a couple of tanks. Yeah, naturally the command tank is the one making all the progression here for some reason. Okay, so far so good. Plan is holding together. We need to do damage every time an aircraft comes. There it is. Destruction is a bonus, but unnecessary. It will just, well, save us some point losses. It's very hard to get what's that? Napalm to that's gonna cost us. But it's not coming back. Yeah, it's been damaged twice now. It's done. We lost ammo truck. Shit. However, it's not coming back. Another one damaged. And that's a waste of bombardment anyway. So I think there's one aircraft still able to operate there. But that's it. And they are retreating. This is holding steady. But overall with just fine. I lost the all important ammo truck, but at the same time the units that these were supposed to take on have already been wiped out pretty much. So it's not a huge deal. However, can you see a retreating tank? See a goddamn thing. There we go. Ooh. Huh. Interesting targets to choose from. Not the ones I would have expected. We're wasting our last missiles, but what else are we going to do? No, we're not. No, I'm not doing it like this. Can't anyone shoot the button, son of a bitch? Actually, no. Clickety clickety click. Hmm. Should we shoot the crew? I don't think so. Might not be a horrible idea to actually shoot the crew. The problem is we shouldn't be shooting at them now. Right, we could possibly kill a few easy targets here. Not sure why I'm shooting at the APCs. They're not a problem. Clickety clickety click. 4 enemies. Yeah, we see all the tanks, right? That's probably a bit unhealthy for us. You are in terrible shape, but at least you survived. The crew of the vehicle did not. There's still at least one aircraft operating, so I do think we want to maintain our anti-air coverage, but at the same time their attacks have moved on, so these are not anywhere close to where the aircraft are coming to. A little bit of a repositioning wouldn't hurt. I can't shoot at anything from here anyway. We'll leave the SAM teams to be where they are. They might be running out of ammunition anyway. Yeah, they have like 1 shot left. Still have targets we need to destroy, so I'm not sure going there and spotting is gonna achieve all that much, but we'll give that effort. I especially want to see if they drop the infantry before they escape. They didn't really escape. Right, we need to shoot at the APCs. There's infantry inside them, so if we can get rid of them now, it will be a huge victory for us. Okay, can you land or something? Right. Be safe enough. Mm. But the B group can't see shit. Want to really bring tanks in, they're just gonna face this and gonna take unnecessary casualties. Mr. Ammo truck is still here and I'm gonna keep it here. It's gonna be hopefully unseen by the enemy, so the aircraft will also target something else. Anyone out of missiles? No, but soon will be. We want certain type of tanks as primary targets. These preferably, but can't shoot at them now. So definitely tanks. APCs are nice, but tanks are the real problem. Also fire another time. Any other tanks? Yeah, if we can get rid of this, the north doesn't really have any tanks waiting anymore. It evades the missile. Nice. Good job. Do you still have ammo? Yes. You do not. Yes, you have. I just shot at it. Shot with it first. Has missiles. Has a missile. Targets to choose from. We're shooting up our final missiles with a lot of units. I'm thinking we should consider shooting at the APCs now. There's some of them are ready, and we can easily take care of him even if he turns around. APCs are more smaller target though, so the missiles might not hit that well. No, there it is. Suppression effect should also be significant around here. Yeah, buttoned, retreating, ready, buttoned. We damaged rifle squad a little bit. 4 missiles. Any tanks? Yes. There we go. North is clear. And we are clearing the south at a rapid pace. No target for you. I'm not sure what we should do with these. We could try to get at an angle to fire at the tanks here, and I don't think that's a horrible idea. The question is, do we want to go there now with the amount of missiles that we have, or do we want to go for a refill with the ammo truck? There is a time constraint to think of. 2 missiles is probably enough to just go with. I mean, we don't have to kill all of these. We would probably have to. Okay, that's retreating. Button, 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 ready. So if we could take down a couple of here, that would probably be enough. Likely location would be probably somewhere around here. We want to keep as far away as possible while still be able to fire at them. So we want to use the road. At the same time, there's a good chance they can also fire at that location and fairly accurately, so we might want to use the forest as cover to make our little move. 2 missiles, same situation really. Four missiles. They're definitely retreating. We should start considering changing our location. Okay. 4 missiles. You can see 7 targets, quite a lot. Really only one vehicle though. There's a good chance these will not stop retreating now. We're doing the same thing here. We're going to try to get an angle at this location, so Likeliest is probably somewhere along this line, so once we reach here we should be able to start taking shots at the dug-in tanks. Right. And we have a respectable amount of missiles overall, so I don't think we need much for refueling. Out of missiles? No, that's a little bit of suppression. Out of missiles. And out of missiles. That doesn't matter too much. Right. Not sure we should really do much. The northern group could make some moves. Also, you really need to get the hell out of here. We could try to move infantry here. My biggest worry is that they'll actually react to it, and whatever units we take there are gonna be crushed. So, unnecessary trouble for us. Right. No point staying here. But at the same time, where do we want it? Maybe the center. Because last time the enemy did take action after a while. So it started moving the units forward. Those could also kill the crew. It's not a important target, but they are there distracting us, spotting things. We could send this with the jeeps too. We have no good targets to shoot at here. Single missile is fuck it. Yeah, we could use a refill, yes. The thing is, we don't have to take care of the situation with the standing still ready tanks. We need to be able to just influence it a little bit. They're not in perfect condition anymore. Yeah, there's a couple of retreating ones, couple of button ones, couple of ready ones. Few extra shots and casualties there could allow us to push through somewhere else. Also, we need to start moving the APCs. We're already moving them, right? So far, everything's, well, I wouldn't say perfect, but pretty much close to it. So the jeeps are definitely preferable to tanks in these missions. Yeah, they rallied very well. No one left the line. The infantry's rallied fairly well. The Centurion has rallied. So overall, battle line didn't really suffer all that much. With any luck, we also don't see any more aircraft, or if we do, one that has mainly some kind of a cannon, maybe. That's it. Mm. More or less, we want to be in a position to kick their ass in case they want to drive these. But that will be it. At least for now. Mm. You wouldn't happen to smoke? No. I thought this might be a bit risky. Mainly because this is a tank and it's gonna be significantly easier to hit than anything else. It was our last move, so I can't possibly escape from this. If I move in jeeps, they can't accurately fire while moving, and we might have a single warhead, so the jeeps have to move in first and wait. Stay here and being shot at. Same time, smoke is fairly valuable to us, so we don't want to waste that either. Yeah, this is nice. We'll cover if they move on this side of the situation. But yeah, we do need to try to save his ass. We have 2 shots. Can you see something? That'll do it. And now we know where we need to be if we want to get the job done. Can't really see much. We have to be careful about moving closer. These tanks can start firing at us, and that's not exactly going to be great. Ready infantry squad. Might be able to spot more. These are anti-air capable, so I don't want to stick my nose too thoroughly up there. But there should also be more tanks. Chances to hit are incredibly low. Not sure I can afford to not shoot at it though. Right. So unless a jeep can do something, we can't really do much. Our final warhead. Another final warhead. I'm not quite sure what I need to do. I think I need to just wait here for an entire turn while doing nothing to replenish the ammunition. Same with the truck, it can't do anything else. The thing is, I don't know for certain. We also have to be somewhat careful here with the movement. We might get into situations where we can't get back out from, so we'll have to be somewhat cautious in where we move. I want to basically leave at least some movement available if we go beyond this point. So if I can back down if we get into too much trouble. Another final missile. No vehicles should. Might as well go for refill. It's okay, that's how it works. I can't send everyone there no matter what though. But these guys who are at their final missile probably should be done. There could also be a limit how many units can replenish themselves at the same time. So I might not actually be able to do it with everything. 2 warheads. Further away from them we are, the better. Can't shoot at anything important. So close. The biggest problem is that the tank they have there is just bottom. So it's gonna get back into action soon. There's not much I can do about it. 4 missiles with this one. Can you see? You can see a tank. Holy shit, probably it can't see you. Because we can't move anymore. 3 missiles left. It's very tricky what we can and can't see here. You're out of ammunition. This is not a good concentration of units. Not sure why I'm sticking my head up here. There's no real need for it. Okay. Fairly uneventful turn. This. Oh fuck! I forgot to pull the helicopter away. That's yeah, that's inexcusable. It's basically dead now. No, it might escape. Oh, thank God. It's going to withdraw out of the map very likely. Ah, no, it's under control. Yeah, that was bad. You can go into cover to stay there. Now, any developments here? They're basically they rallied again, but they haven't recovered fully, so the casualties are certainly making an impact. Also, he didn't react to the jeep here, so there's a good chance he doesn't even see it, which means we might be able to sneak additional jeeps into the firing positions without revealing. We should not have any missiles now, any new ones. After this turn, there should be a refill on something. Since there's nothing I can really do manually on that, it has to be automatic if something happens. I'm not gonna fire now. Just want to get into position. Right. Cool, guys. The forest will also act as cover for us. Hope for the best. Not sure if I should start firing now or do it all on a single turn, because we could cause a catastrophic level of casualties on them and push forward with tanks at the same time from the center. So we could basically decide it all. At the same time, why wouldn't I take this one out? It's not gonna hurt us in any way. Right. It'll just decrease the chance of these being able to do much. Yeah, they're not gonna go anywhere. What? There's not that much of an angle. Yeah, somewhere from here there's a possibility you might be able to shoot at them. Oh, this looks nice. Yep. Okay, how far would we be able to go? We have to manually move one hex at a time. This is no place to make mistakes. Also, my first option would not be to blindly rush in, no matter what happens on the next turn. But I want it to remain as an option. This probably should just withdraw here. If the smoke clears, they can eventually shoot at us. I don't see any real gain for me staying here. Rushing in with the tanks now here, again, I don't see any benefit. These will be more useful when we need to clear out the infantry and APCs that are still waiting for us. So they have their purpose, but this isn't it. Same with the APCs. We might be able to achieve something now, but I think it's more about asking for trouble if we try to rush in there now. Lot to lose, nothing to gain. I don't really see a reason to use this helicopter now. Please kill it. Damage it. Oh fuck. There should be a couple of SAMs to fire. Yeah, that's a big problem. Okay, still things are progressing fairly nicely as far as I'm concerned. We should have the jeeps in perfect positions to cause massive casualties, and then, yeah, 4 missiles, 4 missiles, 4 missiles, 4 missiles. So, full replenishment. Nothing to indicate that this has any kind of ammunition or a limit to how much it can refill. I think time is a reasonable limitation to this. I don't want to move these before I've taken every shot I can with the active jeeps. What are our options? Fuck. Crew survived. The big problem is that we're now suppressed. So if someone else could fire first, that would be great. Suppress them a little bit. It works both ways. Did it help? Ready, retreating button, retreating. Yep, it helped quite a bit. Right, there's no active tank there anymore. Simply can't do anything. Chance of us hitting anything is pretty low. Not sure if we should take it. Probably not. Final shot. Yeah. We need to get the fuck out. Wasn't the final shot, but we're so suppressed that we can't fire really. You have 2 missiles, you can even fire both of them. That's amazing. Route it, route it. Infantry in the south can still act, but not sure how valuable that is, really. Chili tank can't do. I'm not leaving them alive on this. Apparently I am. But it's still routed. Can I do it with any other tank? Or... Come on. Its front hull, it's heavy armor, it's hard to penetrate even at point blank. Well, it took damage and it's suppressed all hell, so I'll take it. Nothing good I can fire at. Yeah, I think we're gonna be able to put this thing to an end fairly soon. Got some casualties, but I think they're at acceptable level. There's a button tank there. Still, we're gonna have to go for it at some point. Yeah, their tank might be able to do something, but most of what they have is APCs and infantry. So, time for us to rush, I think. And if we can't do all that much now, we can probably do quite a bit in the next couple of turns. There's like one cable tank doing something, and I'm not sure if it can even really fire. It might. I'll take a quick look to see what the hell is going on. Yeah, there's a routed tank still there. Button destroyed. They're capable of fighting, that's the important part. I don't see anything besides this button tank here though that could really cause trouble. Most of everyone is just retreating at this point. An ammo truck did its job. You don't have any ammo. So rush for the ammo truck. In fact, I think we should move the ammo truck a little bit. What exactly can we fire on? Nothing useful, so certainly reposition is in order. Lots of warheads. One warhead. Two. Still have some. Nada. Ooh. Three. Right, we're getting into position so we can basically shoot at any vehicle there. Can't do it quite yet, but we can certainly do it soon. One warhead left. Red Eye teams are pretty much out of ammo, and I'm so far away from the vehicle, I'm not sure if it's worthwhile try to even move toward it. So, who knows? I think the truck would be better off somewhere else. But it wouldn't make much of a difference. You have missiles. Yes. You might as well also wait right next to the truck. Okay. Damaged helicopter exits the map, which is reasonable in my opinion. Okay. Show me what they've got. More or less they have the tank. It's still buttoned up, so they can't get it under control. They've gotten things here under control, though the infantry and APCs are operational again. Routed this green tank. I'm interested in seeing, is there any surprises here? No surprises. I think we're more or less just going to rush it. I don't really see a reason why I shouldn't. Well, that's good enough. I'm just gonna load. It's the button tank. Forgot about that that actually exists. We need to do something about it. But who even sees it? The helicopter isn't the one that sees it. Something else has to see it. It could be the infantry. We have a lot of units moving all over the place. You? It's you. Right. Okay. A little bit of a dangerous position for us to be in. So that's something we'll have to take care of. I'm not sure what would be a good way to take care of it. Let's see if we have anyone who has good shots at anything. We can shoot at a crew. 3 targets. Ooh, we can destroy a tank probably. Crew destroyed. Excellent. How about jeeps? See something interesting? Still, it doesn't even have to be the tank specifically. What we need is any kind of a kill that in close proximity to it. Just crew. Ah, shit. Any kind of vehicle would really do. No? Definitely no. So how the hell are we gonna start unraveling this? Our best chance might be to try to take care of that vehicle first. It might have an effect on things. Might also be able to engage them without the tank being able to see us at all. And why the hell can't I see a goddamn thing? Right, that explains it. They're in too good of a condition for us to really approach them directly. Yeah, they can probably destroy us. Now I can't see a goddamn thing again. Perfect. Perfect. Right, this is protected by the forest and the smoke, so you basically need to drive somewhere here to be able to engage it. Alternatively, a little bit forward from a jeep here, and we might be able to do the same. If the jeep is so small, we might be able to even do it in a way where it can't actually detect us. Although don't have a good job. But we can see it. Also see us. It's buttoned, so it won't have. It probably has like 3 shots in total. That's 1 down. I'll take this shot, even though it's not gonna hit it. It might affect the infantry and affect it. And then fire again. Okay, let's see what we can do with the jeeps. We are unlikely to be able to fire at anything useful with most of these, no matter what we do now. And this is too much smoke for us to be able to fire on it from here. Right, we're way too far away to be able to do anything. But closer. 4 targets. Different type of rubbish. Holy shit, I expect this. What the hell do you see? Just same tank. So that's shot number 2. We'll move the tanks to last because they're the most crucial elements that are attacking. We are going to try to take the tank down. Tough fight for the infantry. Crew destroyed. That's pretty much all our infantry then. Right. And we've lost 3 APCs, 2 infantry squads, 1 jeep, 1 ammo truck. I'd say the losses are fairly minor overall. As long as we don't lose tanks, those can get to marginal victory territory very quickly. Okay, you only have to do one thing. Go after the crew. I'm going to try to push our own amount of points as high as possible. Still have infantry inside. Fair enough. See 3 targets. Right, the infantry is more or less out of the fight. There's only a core unit there with a vehicle that is able to do something, but other than that, it's all over. I think I'm gonna try to drive this through here. If the Centurion reacts, we know that's probably its last shot. If it doesn't react, we're gonna go and kill it. Yeah, it doesn't do anything anymore. There should be a tank here, right? We've already moved. So, we probably destroyed it if there was something destroyed. Their HQ is here. What the hell did I come here to do then? If there's no... I used a command tank to try to come here and destroy a tank, but I guess we destroyed through some other means this time. I mean, why the hell would I go there if there's nothing there? I suppose I could have gone after infantry. Yeah, I think the Centurion Mark V is basically not able to do anything now. Do they have here? Only thing I see is the HQ, really. Oh, I see something else. Another crew. Right, this is pretty much over. I can't go after the bazooka team and the APC there, though. Smoke here will remain heavy though, at the same time, so I'm not too worried about that. Don't see how they could possibly threaten me. There might be a vehicle that has escaped. Everything is routed. I have enough mobility to get here, though. Yeah, bazooka team is my biggest threat here. It's not gonna keep firing after this suppression. Right. It's routed. I'm not too worried about the APC. I can use an APC to take care of it, but that's... it comes to that. I'm much more worried about everything else. Still, full steam ahead. Shoot and everything we can, pretty much. No point holding back. Also, not really any point in shooting at routed units if we're this far away. We're more or less just wasting our ammunition. The APCs, at least some of them, should still be able to move. I'm not sure I want to take them against the APC though. It's ready, so it could go against us. Okay, try to flee against our units, I guess. Right, I can pretty much target different type of crews at this point. There is one vehicle still left, and that'll be it. Yep, I don't see how I would possibly screw this up anymore. There, yeah, there we go. Yeah, but that's not enough. Hello, Mr. Buttoned APC. Don't really see any units that I need to be worried about. Guess we can just drive right on top of them and kill as many as we can. 3 kills for the core army, that's basically the goal here. You can't even kill infantry right next to you. Headquarters ready for action. And they're totally routed. No, they're retreating. That's actually a problem. Retreating means they might be able to fire. They might have an anti-tank weapon. Anything else? Doesn't matter what type of a target we have. Fire, fire, fire. Every little kill will be beneficial to us. Doesn't appear to be a huge amount of infantry waiting for us here either. I guess the fact that we destroyed some of the APCs from a long distance away with the rockets meant most of the infantry inside is basically worthless too. I'm not quite sure what the benefit of getting kills for the APCs is gonna be. Still, I don't feel like I want to hoard the kills for the tanks necessarily. As long as we get the job done. I mean, the few elite tanks we have are better than the veteran ones, but the veterans can still get the job done just fine, so not that big of a deal. Probably no good targets for the jeeps anymore. Suppose we could shoot at the infantry, not sure how well that works. Anti-tank missiles usually can't be used like that. Any surprises? No, I just see a lot of infantry. The aircraft could still come and piss in my porridge, but that's pretty much it. And I don't see how it could do it either. In a little bit of an inconvenience to me, sure, but that's about it. The command squad is really struggling to get kills. At the same time, that's not actually a horrible thing. Because I'm very reluctant to use it in frontline combat anyway. See a goddamn thing. That might be the last unit that I've seen throughout the entire army. No, no. Right. Holy shit. Someone saw something. A crew member. Surely we can't let it live. Every point could count. Although I doubt it. Wait. You see two enemies, but not quite sure what exactly you're supposed to be seeing. A couple of crew members retreating. Not much I can do about that. Do I actually control all the flags? Control all the flags, yes. We lost some units, but very few in total, and some of them weren't mostly all that valuable to begin with. So I think we should be a decisive victory here. Get a decisive victory, yeah. 1759, so the score more or less for our side is similar, but we only lost 1/4 or 1/5 of the troops we lost the first time. Yeah, I think we can be fairly certain that. What are these? We've certainly played. I think I've saved after each mission, and I'm certainly not going to go back to those missions. But at the same time, we have extra slots to use, so we might as well use them. 585 points and nothing to use them on. We need to definitely think about army acquisitions in follow-up campaigns. This does not make sense. Because you need to win, often decisively anyway, there's no point just having as expensive as an army as possible. You have to have some kind of room to upgrade. So you might want to go for something cheap initially, at least partially. The Syrian army pulled most of its troops out of the Golan Heights and redeployed to protect their capital Damascus. We have a chance to capture Damascus and force the Syrian government to sue for peace. The only thing preventing this task is that elements of the 3rd Syrian Armored Division have established a defensive position near the town of Ahab. Crush the Syrians and push toward Damascus. Yeah, I'm thinking um, while marginal victories quite often fail us, in the last mission there's a difference between a decisive victory and a marginal victory, but they're both still count as a success, so I'm not sure if this is exactly it. But we'll still go for the decisive one whenever possible. It's another advanced mission, so it's probably very similar to what we just played. Oh hell, we see some actual desert this time. Right. But this is Israel controlled. How is this advanced mission for me? So more or less there's going to be a metric ton of different type of enemies here. We're just going to have to kill them. Yeah, I don't get the black placement here. We control everything. We have the west side. They have the east. They're gonna come through the town, probably control there. No, center, so along the roads and maybe across the desert. Certainly not the south. There's no point using the south. There's no flags there. It's the center and north. More or less, we have a couple of locations here where we can immediately deploy units to counter them. Maybe a little further away even. We're gonna use missiles again. But in a defensive missions where the enemy is coming at us, I'm not sure if we have the luxury of replenishing ammunition and that. We have the time for it. Just don't know if we have the luxury for it. Okay. 300 points. SAM battery. Well, if you would pay for a 36, you could still get 4 long-range surface-to-air missiles. They're probably vastly better than the infantry shoulder launch or man-portable launchers. Similar amount of ammunition, and if you stick ammo bars next to them, they probably could keep firing indefinitely. So for the cost of around 45 points, you could get a capable anti-air defense system that has probably a good chance of neutralizing enemy air force entirely. I'm thinking it now because we have to do basically a defense mission. Right, so it's gonna be tanks. It should be Russian gear again. Tanks are just so goddamn expensive, and we're basically going to be overwhelmed if I do that. Not sure how good the recoilless rifle is, but it only has 5 ammunition anyway. So I don't see why on earth you would take this instead of the missiles. This has 1 shot less and it's vastly superior. Let's take the ammo barge. Maybe 2 of them. These are fairly expensive though. If we take 2 sections, we could give consideration to having a dedicated anti-air system. We could take the cheaper one. This means I wouldn't have to really worry about it too much. Even if the SAMs aren't that accurate, they can keep firing, so they might be able to get a couple of bombardments off, but then they have nothing left. Ones of ammo trucks will support the missile launchers, ones that will support the anti-tank guided missiles. I suppose we can take something else. I could take a extra ammo truck. I'm thinking infantry though. Snipers weren't be a horrible thing, but maybe a machine gun section. This would allow us to have a decent cover of extra snipers. Yeah, our positioning is nowhere near where the actual mission map showed, was it? It is nothing like that. Absolutely nothing. The map is the same, but the placement of all the flags and everything just totally 100% different. So this is not. I bought the wrong type of gear for this. Visibility is 72. Well, I don't know. Is it really all that bad? We'll see. We can always redo things. But I don't want to constantly redo things either. Where the hell are the SAM sites? What the hell do they even look like? Should be before the jeeps. Seriously, I did buy them. Right, I don't think they're really visible anywhere. We need to put them in locations 2 at a side, because we need them next to the ammo barge. Right, now there's a leaf. Okay, put them there. They look totally different. Hawk Sams look totally different from Hawk Sams. Don't get it. Ammo truck 1. Ammo truck 2. Right, they'll keep firing no matter what, and I think they have a reasonable visibility from this location. They probably can't be fired upon from here, and this group will at least be able to shoot at everything. So I think we'll be okay. Right. What exactly are we gonna do then? I think we might be better off moving from the north below this river because we want to maintain a long distance. They have missiles because they're Syria this time instead of Jordan. So I'm not sure how the distance will work in our favor. Is it gonna work in our favor? But we've made our choice, so I'm not sure we have a huge amount of options here. We have a lot of tanks. Tanks will more or less have to go from the center. Need something to shoot at targets here. I have nothing to spot anything. Shit, but they probably have stab sites too, so I'm not sure if that matters. The thing is, if they're delaying like this, they are not going to be the ones who have an air force. So these are wasted points. Deep, deep sigh. We have no sacrificial tanks to send anywhere this time. God damn it. Someone has to go babysit the jeeps. They're totally defenseless against a lot of opponents. I think I'll send all the jeeps here with their couple of ammo barges. Would there be benefit of having some jeeps here? Probably. But they can shoot at most targets even from the north, and they can get a flanking position against a lot of targets here. If we have to fight tanks against the town, the jeeps won't be worthwhile there anyway. My biggest worry is that I couldn't shoot at targets at these hills at all with the jeeps. But here's the but. Might still work out just fine. We could say keep a section of the jeeps down south too. I mean, the fact that it doesn't have a refill is not that big of a deal. We would still have some anti-tank missile capability here. If we are desperate, we can always recharge there. But most of them have to go up north. Machine guns. Uh, zero carry capacity. So what are we gonna do with the machine guns? First I can shove them inside the tanks. Snipers, I don't know. They're fairly good spotters. Side tanks, maybe? Oh yeah, I don't like this. I prepared a defensive force. And if I have to defend, the enemy will have air force, and artillery. So now I see I've wasted a lot of points. On the other hand, we could still probably make this work, so we'll at least see how it works.